Happy New Year's, YouTube. Here today to test out the semi-auto 12 gauge. Tired of seeing things on YouTube, AI, or guys shooting slugs through water bottles. I don't know what that proves in the effectiveness of a 12 gauge slug, but what I did, it was a comparison here. I took some 2 3/4 inch shells. One's hard cast, the Brenneke, against a Federal soft lead slug. So what I had done was chose some composite decking I had scraps of. You can see the stuff is strong. It barely puts a dent in it. Slamming it with a ball peen hammer. So I figured that's got to be as hard as any bone on an animal is. And I had taken, this is the Brenneke shell that I tested. So it went right through the decking, through this jug container filled with sand, which was then saturated with water to really put some weight into it. The slug exited the back, kept going, finally stopping in a piece of 5/8 inch thick plywood. That's the hard cast. Inside of it is this little cap that comes out the back. This is the wad that was inside the plastic container here. Here's the spent shell casing. I'm sorry, here's the spent shell casing. And here's the brand new bullet. Slug. The Federal, here's the remains of the Federal soft slug. You can see quite the difference. That also penetrated and exited the composite decking. That too went into the same type of composition as sand and water. It tried to exit the back, but it didn't. The slug was found inside here. So there is a difference between the hard cast and the soft lead shell. Bullet was probably traveling about 25 feet from the barrel to the composite decking. So it was up there in speed. The Brenneke was probably traveling in the excess of 1,600 feet a second. So for me, it was important to understand what these slugs can do. Thinking like this would represent a hard bone, maybe the skull of a grizzly, and something more substantial than just a jug of water to go through. So end result was the hard cast slug stayed pretty much its original form, maybe a little bit of increased deformity, but for the most part, it penetrated further than just the soft shell lead. Anyway, I hope you think this was useful, and God bless the USA.